You could go take pictures, you could go hiking, camping, fishing, hunting, sightseeing. You can do all these things, even work and live in the forest, and never have an issue. You could also live in a high crime rate, dirty, dilapidated, bad neighborhood, and also never have an issue. Doesn't make it any less dangerous. It just makes you lucky or blessed. And you've probably had to escape a close call or two. Now, in civilization, we can pretty much blame our problems on other people. But in the forest, you never know what's out there. Some of these forests are vast and very deep. It's a good place to get lost in. But more than that, it's a good place to go missing. Folks, did you know that the people who go missing for a short period of time and the people who go missing that are never found has been estimated to be close to 1 million people per year, just in North America alone? Keep in mind that in order to be missing, you have to be missed. Otherwise, you're just lost. Now, it doesn't matter if it's 1,800,000 or 500,000 people missing per year. That is an extremely high estimation. A lot of these missing person cases is the result of someone going off grid voluntarily, either to escape the law, protect themselves, or to get away from the people who know them, a runaway. We know that people are abducted to become the product of a black market business. We know that children are taken by their parents. We know that people are kidnapped and, unfortunately, sometimes murdered and then hidden or discarded. But you're not here for any of that. You want to know about the people who have never been found, particularly the children who have disappeared and have never, ever been seen again. The ones who disappear in our forests, in our national parks. Now, David Paulides is the go-to guy on this. He's the author of the book series Missing 411 and has the most extensive research data on this topic. He really does have the information they don't want you to know about. Author Steph also gives an excellent presentation of this phenomenon in her book series and in interviews as well. Great stories. So here's what we got. There's a lot of people going missing in forest, the wild, more than there should be. Many of these people who go missing are children and the elderly. You know, people who don't carry guns. Now, typically, if a child goes missing in one of these parks, they may search for 7 to 10 days. After that, being found is up to the child. And if they do find the kid, they are either dead or they can't remember what happened to them. Which makes sense, because many of these children are found miles away from where they were last seen. In places you can't just walk there. You need some climbing equipment. Now, everyone says the same thing. The person was there, that person left their sight for 2 seconds, and that 2 seconds became hours or weeks, maybe even years, and in some cases, forever. When they are found in circumstances that are similar to other cases, such as loss of memory and time, a mild fever, bright colored clothing, missing shoes, or sometimes they just find the shoes and not the kid. And when they do find a kid without shoes or socks, their feet are not bruised or scratched, which means they didn't go walking around in the wilderness barefoot. In fact, some of these children are found days later in perfect condition, as if they were placed there. Many of these people who go missing are of high intelligence or have special needs. Some go missing with dogs. Sometimes the dogs come back and the person doesn't. Speaking of dogs, canines usually cannot pick up a scent in these cases. They can't track these people unless they were killed by an animal or person. In order for these dogs not to pick up a scent, you have to no longer be in the forest. Maybe this is why these dogs will just stop and lay down in the middle of a search, because there is no more scent to follow. In most of these cases, bad weather occurs just moments after the child's disappearance. Very odd indeed, and very important. Keep that in mind, folks. Not to mention the fact that many of these people are found in places that were already thoroughly searched. I know what you're thinking, folks. This could be Bigfoot snatching kids for dinner, aliens, Slender Man, Mothman, anybody but regular man. In fact, human beings abducting people in these cases has been ruled out, along with animal attacks and just simply getting lost. Now, I have not come to any conclusions as to why these people just vanish, or why they're taken. I have a hunch, which has much to do with the radiation and energy fields in the area. Many may think of them as portals, but I need more evidence. Now, I know the solution to all this may be to just keep your kids out of the woods altogether. But, unfortunately, this occurs in the city as well.